Namaskar. My name is Ankit Bhantia and I'm a faculty at EduShaw School. Today I want to talk to all the economics graduates and as well as graduates in other fields who are actually thinking of going into economics and other fields. Okay. So today I want to discuss the future plan of all of you. So what are the future plans that are possible for most of you? You can actually do a master's in economics. You can go for an MBA. You can take actual examinations and directly go into the corporate world. Beyond that, you can do a master's in other fields like MCOM, MSc in financial engineering, so on and so forth. You can directly go into the corporate world, and other options are also there. So today I want to basically discuss the first 2 points, masters in economics and masters in business administration. Okay, and which of the two to consider? Firstly, each of you have to ask yourself, what is it that you want to do 5 years down the line? You are at a point A in your life aiming to go at a point B. The point B may be, I want to earn a lot of money. I want to have financial stability. I want to be happy, so on and so forth. These are all basically point B's of your life. Okay. You are at a point A, you have to go to a point B. Which of the two routes will you choose? It's a rhetoric question. You will obviously be choosing this second route from A to B. And this route I call the FSC route. What is FSC? FSC is fastest, shortest, and cheapest route to go to point B. The point B, as I hear most of you are actually writing it there in the chat box. For most of you, point B is to enter into the corporate world. I want to get a good job. By a raise of hands, how many of you want to get a good job? Wow, I see 70, 75, 80 of you out of 94, 80 of you wanting to go into the corporate job. So point B, can I say, is the corporate job? Yes. Okay. So point B for most of you, 90% of you, will be to end up in a good corporate job. Now, what method gets me to a good corporate job? Honestly, I should not care. The path I should not care. I should basically care about, okay, am I getting a 15 lakh job or a 5 lakh job? I will obviously try to maximize my expected earning. Okay. So if that is the case, let's actually see what are facts. Let's actually see the comparison of MA in economics versus an MBA. Okay. Let's see. MBA in the year 2008, 2,90,000 people appeared for it versus a 2,44,000 in 2019. How many freshers, assuming that most of you are actually freshers, how many freshers get admitted in the top 10 institutes in the general category? When I talk about the top 10 institutes of the country, I mean IIM, A, B, C, XLRI, FMS, SP Jain, so on and so forth. These are the top 10 institutes of the country. How many freshers are making it in the general category into the top 10 institutes of the country? About 600. About 600. So what percentage is that? In the year 2008, it was 0.17%. That is 1.7 people out of every 1,000. And in the year 2019, it was 2.4 people out of every 1,000. that is the probability of actually making it to the top 10 institutes of the country. Can you even imagine? Fees of institutes. In the year 2008, it was 7 lakh for an average IIM. Today, that fees is 35 lakh. The tuition fee is about 30 lakh, assuming that you spend as a miser, yet you will spend about 5 lakh per 2 years. And an ISB Hyderabad charges you about 45 lakhs a year. Okay, so that is the fees of an average IIM today. Fees of actually getting into these, that is the coaching institutes. Coaching institutes today charge you an average 60,000. Okay, versus a 40,000. Okay, that is fine. Job prospects in the wake of the COVID-19. I don't know how the job prospects will be in the next 2 years to 3 years. All the major companies are on a hiring freeze as of now. But if I look at the past, about 15 lakh is what an average of fresher can expect from an IIM ABC. Today, I'm not very sure of the figure. What will happen in the future is actually debatable, right? So in the past, about 15 lakh is the average in IIM ABC. If I talk about the top 10 institutes for the freshers, what is the fresher average package? It will be about 12 to 13 lakhs per annum, and not more than that. Okay. So this is the MBA scenario. Getting in today is 2.4 out of every 1,000 and 12 to 13 lakh per annum, with a fees of MBA institute about 30 to 35 lakh for an average IIM. What about MA in economics? MA in the year 2008, 2,000 people appeared for it. Top not even 10, if I talk about top 5 institutes of the country, that is ISI, DSC, JNU, IGIDR, and say Madras School of Economics. So even if I combine these 5, right, freshers admitted in the top 5 institutes of the country in the general category was in about 350 in the year 2008. Today in the year 2019, it is about 250. Okay. Students appearing. IGIDR 2019 was given by 2,942 students. DSC was given by about 3,140 students in the year 2019. So it's a fair assumption about 3,000 people appear. Can you even compare? 2,44,000, this is 3,000. What percentage or what is the probability that I make it in the top 5 institutes of the country? 8.33%, that is 83 people out of every 1,000. And here we had 2.4 people for every 1,000. Please take a look at the probabilities. What is the fees of institutes? 1,200. I used to get paid when I was at ISI. So I basically graduated from ISI and I was paid 1,200 per month to study. I was being paid. Today, ISI pays 5,000 per month to a student to study. What about the other? Delhi School of Economics charges you approximately 9,000 an annum. That is about 18,000 for 2 years. That is the tuition fee. JNU charges you approximately 20 or 30 rupees per month. Okay. IGIDR is about 50,000 for a semester. That is about 2 lakh for 2 years. 2 lakh for 2 years. Here we had 30 lakh, 35 lakh for 2 years. Can you even compare in terms of the fees? MSc is okay, expensive. I think it's 4 to 5 lakh for 2 years. Okay. Yet, look at the fees here and look at the fees here. Look at the probability here and look at the probability here. What about the job prospects. Coming back, 90% of you said that you want a corporate job. So in the corporate job, an ISI or a DSC gives you an average package of about 15 lakhs. The average package in an ISI or a DSC is about 15 lakhs, even more. Highest package goes up to 33, about 33 lakh, and the lowest is about 9 to 10 lakh. On an average, 15, 16, 17 is the average at an ISI or a DSC. An IJIDR will give you an average of about 12 to 13 lakhs. JNU will be giving you an average package of about 10 to 11 lakhs, and an MSc will be giving you about 9 to 10 lakhs. Okay. Yet, on an average, you'll hit the same 12 to 13 lakh package which we had here. For the top 10, for the top 5, you'll be hitting at the same pay with a higher probability. The same pay with a higher probability and a lower coaching fee, for the tuition fee at the institute. And the coaching fee is also lower, obviously. High probability, low tuition fee, same package. Okay. I have shown you all the features of an MBA versus an MA. Now the choice is up to you. But if you ask me, there is actually no choice. For completely online education for MA in economics, look us up, EduSure School ACE classes over Google. You'll be finding all the details of our courses. All the best. Happy studying. Stay safe and stay home and be well. Namaskar. Thank you.